1975. A university born of steel and made from its people. A global institution built on discovery and unique stories from the labs to the library to the lawn. For 50 years, we've shaped minds and memories, forged friendships and turned aspirations into outcomes. As we reflect on the success of our past, we look forward to our future. A future where we continue to grow, invent, create and solve. A future where we tackle new challenges and triumphs fueled by creativity and a commitment to a better world. We look forward to new connections, inventions and industries, and to championing the next generation of artists, explorers, entrepreneurs and problem solvers. Here's to the next 50 years of impact, inspiration and innovation.
Warambu, Mara, Ratutang Nunga, Marak, Muk Muk, Marak, Warambu, Maraj, 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 Ratutang Nunga. Marak, Muk Muk, Marak, Warambu, Maraj, Ratutang Nunga. tere kompa ke bokchan ke bokchan. Ponya tere kompa ke bokchan ke bokchan. Ponya tere kompa ke bokchan ke bokchan. Ponya tere kompa ke bokchan ke bokchan. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 Ponya tere kompa ke bokchan ke bokchan. 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 Hey, 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 I would like to call to the stage Dr. Annie Joyce Donovan to commence our Welcome to Country.
Good morning. I'm very, very honoured to be here again today. I'd like to start off by acknowledging and paying my respects to my ancestors, both past and present, and all my elders. I'd also like to acknowledge and congratulate all the students that are here today, and also acknowledge their families, who I believe would have worked just as hard as your families to get them through to this day. For many, it's the first in a family or even a community that may have attended to a university, and they then go on to become role models for all their family, all their people, and all their communities. I'd like to also acknowledge and pay my respects to my fellow alumni, all behind me on the stage, before I start. I am a Dharawal Wadi Darek woman. My name is Joyce Donovan. My mother's people are Aboriginal. My father was an Irishman. I am the great-granddaughter of Agnes Gilbert, whose father was George, or his tribal name was Granbaroo Gilbert. His father was also a great warrior, Namut Gilbert. Him and Goggy fought alongside our great hero, Purmaway, the Rainbow Warrior, and they're written in history for their brave tasks. My people are the Dharawal, Wadi and the Darek, and we are all saltwater people. I was born in La Perouse in 1946, and my mother was born at La Perouse in 1904. Her mother was born at Salpan, which was a woman's birthing place along the escarpment. People from La Perouse, our area and my area, is La Perouse right up to the Georges River, right down the Illawarra and right to Jirowa, and this side of the Nowra Bridge. This isn't our language. We have over 260 different languages that our people were forbidden to speak, so they had to tell our stories through song lines and through our language, through the song lines that you hear the boys singing here, the young men. Our history is in those song lines, where our boundaries are, where our areas, who our clans, what area that we're in. Also the dance. History and story was done through the dance and our sacred ceremonies. The language here was Wadi. And my grandfather's people were the Malones from Kiama, who had to be taught English so that they could interpret the Wadi language. I'd like to say a few words in Wadi here, if I may. Wanda Marakamang Nagara Yaga Daraga Buraga. Magara Ba Garagara Bagara Buraba Baraba. And it's saying that I'm glad to speak with you today, to share our spirit of the land, handed down through songline, dance and movement. As the oldest living people and culture in the world, I pay my respects to everybody and to my ancestral elders, for their spirits still walk this land. As we walk in their footsteps, where they once gathered sea foods, bush medicines, tool-making materials, spears, canoes, shields of bark, where they camped, hunted, and where they continue to perform ceremony and rituals about our law and our customs. As we all gather here together today, may we all celebrate in the presence of Tangara Tanara in dance, Mangara Maub Naragari in the song, Babaya as we speak. May we all remember and be reminded of our rich, continuous Aboriginal cultural heritage and the spirit of the dreaming. As I said before, as we go forward, and people maybe for the first time in families or in communities, as myself, nobody in my mother's people or my 6 siblings have ever even been to TAFE. Education is a powerful tool. It gives us a voice. Education is healing. Education, once somebody goes, my mother and most of my siblings never lived because of the mortality rate in my community. Nobody ever lived to come on the stage and see me get those awards, to receive those awards. It is so important. I have 2 children, 11 children and 18 great-grandchildren who are all academics and strive, because we then become a role model for all of our community. If nobody's ever been, and a lot of people here in this room will go back to their families or back to their countries or back to their communities, you'll then become a role model for other people, for our advancement. On behalf of the Wadi Wadi and the Dharawal people and the Darug people, I'd like to say a special welcome today to each and every person, and to celebrate, and a big congratulations to all the parents, all the friends, because it takes a family to get somebody through. And I think I can't go unless I mention that Aboriginal people were really the first engineers in the whole wide world, because if you think about it, they took a piece of wood and a little bit of flint, they carved a bit of wood and they threw it and it became a boomerang. So just think about that, all you engineers. We've been here before. And the boomerang was used for hunting, for battles, for war. So I just thought that I'd add that in. So welcome to each and everybody here today, and congratulations on all your achievements. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Auntie Joyce, and also for your reminder that Aboriginal people were Australia's the world's first engineers. Good morning, everyone. My name is Professor Mark Hoffman. I'm the Interim Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic and Student Life at the University of Wollongong, and I'm delighted to be your Master of Ceremonies today. I'd like to begin by acknowledging our Indigenous Strategy Unit and our local Aboriginal community. Their leadership brings to life a vision for an inclusive, reconciled and united Australia. Through this graduation ceremony, we recognise that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are the knowledge holders of country. Today's celebration is grounded in the spirit of cultural healing, with the powerful artwork by Auntie Lorraine Brown and Auntie Narelle Thomas from the Kumaduchi United Aboriginal Corporation, which you will see woven throughout today's event. It is a reminder of connection, culture and community. Thank you for joining us here today on this special occasion. Please ensure that your phones are on silent. To our graduates, congratulations on your big day. Graduation is a proud and emotional milestone for you and for us as an institution. Thank you for being a part of UOW's story and now its legacy. You've shown resilience and resolve through some extraordinary times, and you now step into a world you're already helping to shape. Today we also honour your family, friends and supporters. Your success is theirs too. This year, it's a particularly poignant celebration as we mark the 50th anniversary of this university. Anniversaries invite reflection, but they also ask a question: what comes next? And that's where you and your talents come in. The future is yours to define. Let's hear it for our graduates. Now, if you are able, please stand for an instrumental version of the Australian National Anthem. Please be seated. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Max Liu, one of the university's highest officials, to give the congratulatory address.
Distinguished guests, families and friends and colleagues, most importantly, our graduates, good morning. As the Vice-Chancellor and President of University of Wollongong, it gives me great pleasure and a touch of nostalgia to welcome you to this momentous occasion. Let me begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather today and pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I also extend my respect to all First Nations people here with us today. Graduation is one of the proudest and most transformative milestones in the university's life. Not only for you, our graduates, but also for your families, friends, and those who helped you along the way. Behind every graduate is a support crew surviving wild assignment deadlines, maybe too much coffee, and chaos of group projects where one person mysteriously disappears. Today marks the end of one chapter and the exciting and somewhat unpredictable beginning of another. You've done something truly remarkable, and some of you are the first in your family to earn a degree. And some have journeyed across oceans and cultures to be here. All of you have made it with your dedication and resilience through uncertainty. You have grown intellectually, professionally, and personally. And we are very proud, every single one of you. As someone who grew up in a remote village in China, where electricity arrived later than I did, I never dreamed that education would one day take me around the world into laboratories, lecture theaters, and leadership roles. Education didn't just open doors for me. It gave me the courage to walk through them. And today, you too stand on the threshold of your own journey, one shaped not just by your degree, but by your character. You graduated in a landmark year, our 50th anniversary, half a century of impact, but today isn't about the institution, it is about you. And let me reassure you, just because you are leaving the university doesn't mean that you're off the mailing list. You're now part of the global UOW alumni family, more than 140,000 strong, spanning over 200 countries. That's a serious LinkedIn network. Graduates of the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences, you are entering fields underpinning our future, and be it energy, AI, infrastructure, or cyber. But the question I leave with you is not just what you will do with them, but why. My advice? Stay curious, ask the big questions, even when they don't come with easy answers, and be kind to others and to yourself. And be brave, because leadership, integrity, innovation requires courage. And most importantly, use your knowledge to uplift others, not just to advance yourself. One of my favorite quotes is from Albert Einstein. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. So if you hold on to that principle, you will build not only a successful career, but also a meaningful life. So, graduates, my warmest congratulations. You have earned this moment. Celebrate it, enjoy it, and I hope you will carry with you the friendship, the insights, the values you found here at the University of Wollongong, as they will serve you far beyond this day. Wherever your journey takes you, remember, you will always be part of the UOW family. And like any good family, we'll be watching with pride, not pressure. Thank you, and my best wishes for the path ahead.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor and President. It is now my great pleasure to commence the presentation of the graduates. Now, I would like to introduce the Executive Dean, Senior Professor Gursel Aledje, to present the graduates to the Vice-Chancellor and President for the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Hoffman. It's my great pleasure to be here celebrating with our graduates today. We are very proud of what you have all achieved, and I wish to convey my personal congratulations to all the graduates. Will the graduates who are to be presented with undergraduate and postgraduate awards from the wonderful Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences, please stand if you are able to. Vice Chancellor and President, I present to you the graduates to receive awards from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Vice Chancellor and President, I confirm your admission to the awards for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Before I ask you to sit down, can I please ask all the graduates to turn to your families and friends to express your appreciation to your families who have done a lot of things to bring you to this level. Please join me in thanking to your families and friends. Graduates, please be seated. I would like to encourage supporters to stand and clap as your graduate is called.
Jack Daniel Sprud. Alistair Bell. Anthony Birchall Bailey. Lachlan Endicott. Kushagra Fernando. Riley Frost. Keenan James Gillespie. Jennifer Grujewski. Sarah Joy Jabur. Asif Khan. Mason King. Zhuolin Li. Connor Morden. Keval Maheshbhai Patel. Gregory Paul. Shah Muhammad Rafi. Givagis Sabu. Harrison James Sheehan. Thomas Shepherd. Reuben Abraham Thomas. Lachlan Allen Wallace. Ahmad Al-Rifai. James Roy Barton. Lachlan William Betinich. Brianna Batterham. Aaron Bell. Jordan Belakowski. Christopher John Blevin. Harry Gordon Breezer. Chloe Buckmaster. Samuel James Barden Caddy. Jordan Darcy Carter. Jack Cassidy. Hayden James Clay. Adam John Cooney. Isaac Cordina. Jonah Matthew Cosgriff. Lachlan Cozier. Isabel Cox. Reese Andrew Cullen. Taryn Damodi. Hunter Thomas Jejong. Luke Anthony DeTore. Alexandra Kate Dunning. Pascal Eckerman. Alexander Eggins. Noah L. Sabsabi. Kyle Fay. Max Nicholas Vantov. Casey Shea Fleming. Galen Wallace Fletcher. Adam Peter Garlick. Dylan Robert Gillett. Thomas Samuel Hain. Brendan Hines. Daniel Joseph Allen Harmon. Dane Anthony Harrington. Braden Desmond Haskett. Bray Heineman. Joanna Elizabeth Hicks. Aidan Hogan. Benjamin Innes. Sophia Katerina Jackson. Josiah Jesse Jacobs. Jared Carl James. Cho Tidi Kain. Naomi Eva Wagner-Kostowski. Min Kan Kiao. Ik Kwan Lau. Cooper James Lee. David John Leonard. Christian Michael Lopriado. Hadi Matar. David Lennox McGregor. Alisa Malor. Mohammad Hussein Mohammed Musamil. Alexander Morrison. Joshua Aquilius Nantis. Jacob Neal. Jake Newcomb. Dok Dung Nguyen. Jacob Louis Nunes. Joshua Daniel O'Driscoll. Liam Edward O'Keefe. Nicholas O'Neill. Grady John O'Shea. Alex Organ Cordwell. Anthony Oste. Zach Robert Oswald. Nicholas Papadakis. Callum Peedy. Adam Stephen Pegram. Alexander Marcus Pozza. Abby Punnett. Haishir Rawal. Bryce Ramon Robinson. Casey Jack Robinson. Harrison Angus Rudd. Hamish Saint. Alan Bobby Saju. Teresa Ashley San Martin. David Sherlock. Karanbir Sidhu. Pavan Simran Singh. Justin Scott Smith. Lara Jane Southwell. Zach Stewart. Aston Lee Street. Ashwin Sabidi. John Thompson. Cohen Link Turekt. Samantha Jane Tout. Min Chuen Tran. Dulkit Senal Udagamasaria. Jack Walsh. Robert Mervyn Willis. Grace Ashley Woodgate. Darcy James Patrick Woods. Sean Yelkovan. Mitchell David Newman. Reese Paul Young. Nicholas Begg. Jade Sydney Briggs. Luke Ronald Maslin. Aaron William Massey. Luke Horton. Michael Thomas Steryovsky. Amro Abdul Kader Zoaib. Liam Connolly Elton. Alexander Mackenzie Hicks. Karen Goosen. Elijah Biggs. Oliver Washington Sherb. Pippa Elizabeth Gwendolyn Franklin. Jacob Allen Wright.
Yeah. Is the medalist, yeah? Okay. Vice Chancellor and President, I take great pleasure in presenting the recipient of the University Medal in the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences for 2024. The University Medal is for outstanding performance and is awarded to the highest achieving students as determined by their academic performance across the entire undergraduate degree. For the University Medal in the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences and for their bachelor's degree, for the Bachelor of Engineering Honours Scholar in 2024, Jack Nolly.
We will be continuing with the presentation of awards shortly. Now, I would like to introduce our musical item for today. It is my pleasure to introduce Felicity Dowd. Felicity is currently a student at UOW and a Vice-Chancellor Leadership Scholar. Felicity was a grand finalist for the 2024 Toyota Star Maker. She's been recognised as the Youth Artist of the Year at the Australian Folk Music Awards 2023, New South Wales Federation Young Artist of the Year 2020, and the Jill Rees Memorial Award winner at the 2023 National Folk Festival. As we continue to celebrate UOW's 50th anniversary, please enjoy a selection of graduation photos from over the decades. Please join me in welcoming Felicity, who is going to perform Simply the Best. Felicity.
I call you in the morning when my heart's on fire. Come to me wide and wide. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. And I can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it stronger. You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. So tear us apart, baby. I would rather be there. In your heart I see the start of every night and every day. In your eyes I get lost, I get washed away. But here in your arms there's no better place. 'Cause you're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. So tear us apart, baby. I would rather be there. Cause you're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And you're stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. So tear us apart, baby. I would rather be there. 'Cause you're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met. And I'm stuck on your heart. I hang on every word you say. So tear us apart, baby. I would rather be dead. 'Cause you're simply the best. Thank you and congratulations, everyone.
We will now continue with the presentation of awards from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences.
Marcus George Humpel. Aruna Priyanta Migasdenia Kankanamge. Cale Alexander Robb. Louis Saji Abraham. Melvin Abraham. Binod Adhikari. Shah Zaib Ahmad. Kartik Antamola. Sijin Augustine. Minu Babi. Rose Babi. Kuriyachan Benny. Gayatri Bandari. Vaikunt Bhupal. Muhammad Hamza bin Abbasi. Ajit Boban. Nirmala Divya Bamburi. Heng Yu Shang. Mohammed Akil Chovakaran Oikatri. Pramit Miuranga Ekanayake Murian Salage. Saurav Gautam. Jeswin George. Sagar Giri. Lahiru Heshan Grigg. Syed Mohammed Jabi Al Hassan Hamdani. Sayyada Urwa Pakhtawar Zahra Hamdani. Amal Harikumar. Adisak Inkam. Qazi Muhammad Jafre. Gerald James. Gerald Jaikumar. Dia John. John Thomas Panika. Thompson Joseph. Kartika Sankar Kailas Lavakumar. Amal Mohan Kirikatil. Mohammed Arib Khalid. Raja Krishna Reddy Komula. Anup Kuruvila. Zahur Ahmad Khan Lodi. Ruan Taranga Peres Mahatelge. Vignesh Manatanat Kolaseri. Tonia Mangalaseri Shaji. Yash Banubai Maru. Anne Mary. Amal Matalakal Ravi. Martin Joseph Matapili Davis. Akshat Sandeep Mittal. Ali Muhammad. Akshay Mohan. Prithvi Mailapili. Mohan Devesh Naik Redkar. Arya Nair. Mohammed Hamza Naveed. Hong Trong Nguyen. Gina Omachan. Haridev Padur Das. Sagar Pandi. Daivat Chetan Patel. Jitin Philip. Puspa Pokrail. Vignesh Potail. Manohar Bala Chinaya Pudota. Attar Rafiq. Kavindini Pabasala Rambukwela Rajamantri Wedage. Arslan Ramzan. Jitin Ranjit. Arjan Ratish Nambia. Vinod Ravichandran. Shamil Tufail Rairot. Nidhi Retnan. Eldoz Roy. San Min Tun. Shri Kumar Sasidaran Nair Kamalasadanam. Joel Sebastian. Vihanga Nuwanta Senarat. Bishal Shahi. Muniam Sheryar. Abin Isaac Shaji. Aswin Shaji. Kezia Achu Shaji. Nilufar Sharaj Sharifi. Shona Biju. Sanju Soni. Aswin Sri Vadana Kumar. David Subedi. Kartika Sunil. Vaishnav Sunil Kumar. Philip Thomas. Rowan Thomas Abraham. Bharadwaja Satya Vinod Tondapu. Kavshika Sandasara Wedarachi. Yaziru Nilupur Wiratunga Arachige. Tanzil Yusuf. Mahin Aftab. Rafiul Bari Angan. G.M. Al-Arabi. Agnes Baby. Lakshan Yuwin Ranasinghe Badana Budayan Salage. Subhas Basnet. Deepankar Das. Syed Shamir Hussain. Silpa Jimmy Vadakan. Maniku Badaturuge Chamanta Jinadasa. Jees Joseph. Nelaka Yasaswin Kalinga. Kitmat Nipuni Kankanam Gamage. Prabhat Karunaratna. Waruna Lakshan Kulasekara Ganahiguma Apuhamalage. Mustafa Tarek Hassan Hosni Mahmoud. Isal Randila Saparamadu Merinige Don. Tarangi Apsara Munawira. Aklima Ahmed Nishi. Gardia Mudayansalage Ashen Chandrimal Pereira. Nikhil Pokandat Swaminadan. Naira Rafi. Partipan Rajendrasilan. Kartik Raju. Binura Manjita Wadugo Dapitya Ranasinghe Rajapakse Wasala Mudayansalage. Sadip Raut. Sadip Raut. Itisham Sabir. Krishna Ajit Samani. Kazi Farhan Shadiq. Bishal Shahi. Deepak Shaju. Christopher John Enriquez Swin. Hansa Prasad Talagalage Don. Anna Kristintar Teruparambil Tankachan. Andrew Vanderkolf. Malik Rad. Sankalpa Fonseca.
We have some additional graduates. Vice Chancellor and President, I present to you from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences for the Master of Engineering, Akash Murugan. Fairuz Ayub. Saeed Muhammad Shah Kahan. It is now with great pleasure that I announce our doctoral award recipients today. Will the graduates who are to be presented with doctoral awards from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences please stand if you are able to. Vice Chancellor and President, I present to you the doctoral graduates from the Faculty of Engineering and Information Sciences, who by reason of their thesis and other work at the university have met the requirements for admission to doctoral degrees.
In the name of the Council and by my authority of Vice Chancellor and President, I confirm your admission to doctor degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Vice Chancellor and President, I present to you for their doctoral degrees. For their study into applying lean manufacturing principles to modular construction by enhancing supply chain integration and developing practical methodologies. Dr. Alberto Escribano. For their study into innovative and sustainable connections between shear walls in cold-form steel modular construction, Dr. Essam Junaid. For their study into the biological remediation method to reduce microplastic pollution using selected fungi and bacteria, Dr. Nuwanti Kanchahana Poonam Kristombuya. For their investigation into the current issues surrounding the recycling of plastic waste, Dr. Michael John Staplevan. For their study into revealing the unseen by visualizing the sphere of influence of clean energy for a smarter, greener grid and net zero targets, Dr. Yasmin Nigar Abdul Rashid. For their study into designing high-gain antennas to enhance reliable and efficient communication between CubeSats and ground stations, Dr. Suhila Gaid Abdul Gasim. For their study into signal processing algorithms for massive multi-input, multi-output systems, Dr. Xiao Chen He. For their exploration of proposing novel market solutions to support higher uptake of renewable energy in future electric grids, Dr. Chris Jonathan. For their exploration into calibration of high-frequency harmonic measurements in high-voltage power systems, Dr. Imanka Lakshan Jahidraka Ramana Devalage. For their study into network design problems in multi-hop UAVs network, Dr. Kefeng Wu. For their exploration into the use of artificial muscles for cardiac assist devices, Dr. Sinmisota Yunus Aloko. For their study into optimizing the performance of maritime cross-border logistics systems through a process-based approach and integrating emerging technologies. Dr. Namal Bandarayanake. For their study into enhancing the safety of nuclear waste storage using advanced computational simulations, Dr. Simon Chung. For their study into artificial intelligence-based control techniques for stabilizing and improving energy efficiency in pneumatic conveying, Dr. Nan Dang. For their exploration of wearable devices with biofeedback systems, improving walking in healthy older adults, Dr. Jamie Alexandra Giraldo Pedroza. For their study into structural design and multifunctional applications of shear stiffening composites for adaptive impact protection and smart system, Dr. Liping Gong. For their study into how wire arc deposition manufactured aluminum, zinc, magnesium, copper, scandium, and zirconium alloy for improved material properties, Dr. Ximpeng Guo. For their exploration of utilizing band scale experiments to generate more reliable predictions from emerging simulation technologies, Dr. Nam Tran. And for their study into developing novel electrolyte systems to advance energy storage performance across challenging conditions, Dr. Ruizi Zhang.
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Mark Swinnerton to give the occasional address today. Mark is a University of Wollongong alumnus and founder and chief executive officer of Green Gravity, a pioneering clean energy company headquartered in Wollongong. With over 25 years of global experience in the mining, metals, manufacturing and logistics sectors, including executive roles at BHP, Mark has a distinguished track record of leadership and innovation. In 2021, he established Green Gravity to develop gravitational energy storage solutions that repurpose disused mine shafts, addressing the global challenge of long-duration renewable energy storage. Mark's work exemplifies the intersection of sustainability, advanced engineering and regional economic development. His commitment to innovation and climate action continues to position Wollongong as a hub for clean energy technology. Please join me in welcoming Mark.
Well, thank you, Mark, and thank you, Vice-Chancellor, members of the university graduate, distinguished guests, friends and family. I pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land, the people of the Five Islands dreaming, and their leaders past, present and emerging. Standing here today reminds me of the 14th of December 1999, when I gave a speech at my own graduation, right here in this very room. Back then, I talked about how university is a time of exploration and connection, a theme that I feel is just as true today as back then. 25 years sounds like a long time looking forward, but looking back, it's surprisingly short. So take a moment to appreciate this day. You will look back on it and these friendships more fondly than you imagine now. In that speech, I said I could never have made it through without the support of my friends and family, and that remains true today. The connections that you have made here at the university will shape your career and your life. How do I know? Because 25 years on, my graduating class still has an active group chat, and we didn't even have group chats in those days. But I asked them, what should I talk about today? And I got to say, I got a stream of kind of edgy, hyper-technical jokes that weren't particularly good, so I'm not going to use those, but most of what they gave me would fit well in a MATLAB error log, would be my guess. But it's pretty telling that after so long, these friendships remain strong. My graduating class is spread across the world and its industries. Some of them are real engineers, some of them are pretend engineers not doing any technical work at all, but every single one of them has been incredibly successful. My career has been a wonderful journey across Australia and the world in the mining and energy sectors, and now leading Green Gravity. We're a tech startup working to deploy gravitational energy storage in old mine shafts. And the University of Wollongong has been with me on the entire journey. At every place I've lived, I've encountered UOW alumni. In fact, one of the more important commercial deals that our company has done started because a senior mining executive, a UOW graduate, living in Switzerland, happened to see me profiled in the UOW alumni magazine. He liked what we were doing and he reached out. That conversation led to a significant commercial deal for us and is a big part of our company today. Your UOW alumni network is powerful. Don't underestimate it. Today, the world is truly a different place than the graduates of former years. AI is everywhere. Some might wonder if you've learnt enough. Let me tell you, you absolutely have. AI can do many things, but it can't replace curiosity, nor adaptability and attitude, or simple human creativity. These are the skills that will carry you through the unavoidable challenges that you're going to face. Your degree is more than technical knowledge. It's proof you can learn, problem solve and persist. That means more than ever. If I can leave you with some final thoughts. Attitude matters more than aptitude. I've hired hundreds of engineers, and someone who demonstrates their real qualities will always win. Show up with intent. Opportunities aren't always easy to recognise at the outset. Your mindset will determine how well you can capture those opportunities. And finally, keep perspective. Careers are decades long. Life outside of work is not a distraction. It's core to what you're going to achieve. 25 years from now, when you look back, the exams and assignments could fade. You might even want to block them out. But the friendships, the lessons, and the moments of fun will remain vivid. Congratulations to each of you. Celebrate tonight, stay connected, and keep moving forward with boldness. You're more prepared than you think. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for your inspiring reflections. You told us in particular, the graduates, how friendship and connections has played such a large role in your journey. And also, for the graduates, that your journey is just beginning. And Mark, you gave us a vision of the future for them. This is also a very special graduation because it's not often that we have the vote of thanks given by someone 25 years ago coming back to give an occasional address. This is a very special moment, the vision of the future. Now, I'd like to call upon Jack Noley to give today's vote of thanks. Jack. Jack is graduating with first-class honours from the Bachelor of Engineering Honours Scholar Program, majoring in electrical engineering. A high-achieving student, Jack was named on the Dean's Merit List every year of his studies and was awarded both the UOW Alumni Bookshop Prize and Best Thesis for his development of a portable device to detect and map road defects. In addition to his academic success, which includes the University Medal, Jack earned his electrical licence through Wollongong TAFE and gained valuable industry experience as an electrical engineering cadet at BlueScope. He also gave back to the university community as an into-uni and EIS mentor, supporting younger students through their academic journey. Jack continues to contribute to UOW through research in AI and machine learning, all while maintaining his professional role at BlueScope. Please welcome Jack.
Thank you. Vice-Chancellor, members of the University, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, family and friends. At the risk of sounding like one of those cliche LinkedIn posts, I must say I am incredibly humbled and honoured to share some words on behalf of today's graduates. Our journey through university has been quite unique, marked by a period that truly tested our adaptability. I'm sure many of us fondly remember those early morning 8:30 a.m. online Zoom classes during lockdown, the frantic scramble to throw on a presentable shirt while still in our pyjamas, half asleep and fueled by an instant coffee. We learned to navigate a new world of online learning, mastering the art of the mute and the stop video buttons. These experiences, though challenging, have forged in us a resilience and resourcefulness that will serve us well. And speaking of resilience, who can forget the true university student staples? The now inflated $3 chip engraved riolas at the uni bar during happy hour between 4 and 6 p.m. that fueled many late night study sessions. Let's not forget those resourceful individuals among us, including myself, who strategically attended university events solely for the promise of free food, or made multiple rounds on Clubs Day to load up on sausage sizzles. On behalf of my fellow graduates, I extend our most sincere gratitude to the University of Wollongong. Our incredible teachers, academics, and staff have inspired us, mentored us, and believed in our potential. Though that initial spark of inspiration, often ignited by a random lecture on a Tuesday afternoon, will equip us with the knowledge and inspiration to navigate our rapidly evolving world. I would also like to give a very special thank you to our family, friends and supporters. Those here today have clearly made it into our top 6, but also those who are live streaming around the world. Your sacrifices have made our achievements possible. Graduates, please stand if you are able to and turn to your supporters and join me in giving them a warm round of applause. Thank you. And finally, to our esteemed guest speaker, Mark Swinnerton, Thank you for passing on your knowledge from your past 25 years of experience that will undoubtedly guide us on our next adventure. To my fellow graduates, congratulations on this incredible achievement. Each of you has worked tirelessly, overcome unique hurdles, and sacrificed to be here today. I compel you to do things that scare you. Growth happens beyond our comfort zones, and that is where our greatest achievements often lie. This is not merely the end of a chapter, but the exhilarating beginning of an incredibly bright future. I wish you all the very best on your future endeavours. Let us celebrate today and look forward to the remarkable world we will create. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack, for a wonderful vote of thanks. We look forward to welcoming you back in 25 years for the occasional address, and we might even be able to provide you with a chip and gravy roll. Graduates, families, friends, and colleagues, we are coming to the close to the end of our ceremony today. We will now share our graduation video, which hopefully encourages you all to reflect on the infinite moments that have led you to where you are sitting today.
Everything we've done has led towards today. But graduation seems singular. After all, it's one day, one degree, one end and one beginning. Think about it this way though. If we divide today by 4 years,
or 5 years,
or 3 years,
or 8 years,
the equation becomes clearer. Because today isn't just an event or a graduation or a moment of change. It's what we've created through 24 subjects.
11 all-nighters.
357 books read.
54 5,000-word essays.
40 monologues critiqued.
154 films watched.
And 4 films made. Let's be real though. Our experience is way bigger than just the classroom. You've got to factor in
665 hypotheses,
6 heated dramas,
2 semesters abroad, 5 new cultures experienced,
12 concerts attended, 843 waves ridden,
169 hours lounging around,
17 dance parties,
2 major heartbreaks, and more lifelong friendships than we can count.
When we take those experiences, the long days, late nights and early mornings into the equation, we realise that graduation at the University of Wollongong isn't just some singular thing.
That it's a transition from finding our purpose
to changing our world with the purpose we found. That our passport to the future has been stamped
with the mark of a globally respected education.
And most importantly, we realise the moments that led up to this are
a tapestry,
a symphony,
an equation,
a 65,000-year-old history.
We realise that though today is a single moment, graduation is much bigger than any one day. Because, like an algorithm made up of bits of code,
or a building built from many bricks,
or a community built from many different people, today is the result of our
experiments,
experiences,
tests,
trials,
and victories.
So that's what we celebrate today. Not the cap, not the gown, but the infinite number of moments we shared at the University of Wollongong.
Before we close, can I ask our graduates to remain seated whilst the rest of the audience stands, if you're able to? Please join me in congratulating all of our graduates today. You may now be seated. We feel incredibly proud to celebrate our graduates here today I'd like to warmly thank the students and staff who volunteered their time today to assist with this celebration. Please join us outside for some light refreshment afterwards. Our mace bearer will lead the academic procession, followed by graduates and then our VIP guests. Guests, please be patient and remain in your seat until our ushers give you the instructions on exiting the venue. Congratulations once again on your academic achievements, graduates, and now declare this ceremony concluded.